I was having coffee in the morning and I was looking at a ton of beautiful infinity miniatures. I was thinking of how to highlight these miniatures more efficiently, especially edge highlighting. Also, I was thinking of how to further maximize the new speed paint markers. I always say in my videos to highlight aggressively. So in this video, we exaggerate this method. We'll have 3 attempts of highlighting aggressively. First with just the Molotov white marker. And then eventually we also highlight with brushes. Of course, the highlighting with the brushes gave us finer highlights. After the exaggerated white highlights, we then add colors with speed paint markers, regular speed paints, and of course washes. Other than the selection of colors, the speed paint markers have their limitations, and we'll discuss that in this video. Also watch until the end of the video for more painting tips. So join me as I make these miniatures pop even more on the gaming table. I'm Don, welcome to my channel. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. Also, special thanks to The Army Painter for making this video possible. By the way, don't forget my discount codes and affiliate links down below. It won't cost you extra and it will help the channel. Also, you'll get some big discounts. Our first attempt of exaggerated white highlights is just with this Molotov white marker. I painted the base colors of this Zombicide miniatures already so that we could go directly to the highlighting. This white marker has a 1mm tip, and no matter how light-handed I am and how swift my strokes were, I kinda produce ugly fat highlights. But I figured this is fine, especially if you're just aiming for tabletop painting standard. Besides, I knew that we can tone this down later with speed paints and speed paint markers. I must admit though that those fat highlights are hideous. They were fun though because using markers is pretty fun. Now we add colors. We tone down the white highlights with speed paint markers. The main problem of the speed paint marker, similar to the white marker, is that the tips are pretty fat. So painting base colors with the speed paint markers, if there are very tight areas or crevices, is kind of difficult because of the fat tips. But as you can see in the video, using the markers to tone down the white highlights is pretty cool because we have a base color already. The initial base colors has already defined the different areas of the miniature. Another problem of the speed paint markers is that unlike regular speed paints, they cannot flood some areas or areas of the miniature to produce more contrast. But you could see in the video that I'm applying the same color in the same areas so that I produce more volume and contrast. I paint in multiple layers on the crevices and bottom areas of the miniature. This will help me produce a zenithal effect and of course achieve more contrast. Needless to say, you could paint with regular speed paints as your initial layer and then use the markers to add more shades on areas that you want more shading. It's a neat trick and it's easier to blend because for some reason, the speed paint markers seem to dry a little bit slower. Now we add more shades by using quick washes. You may also use thin down speed paints, thin down with speed paint medium, but washes are easier to use because you just need to thin them a little bit with water. I'm using a red tone wash and practically applying it all over the miniature, but not really all over, but just on the lower areas and shade areas of the miniature. I apply the washes in 2 thin coats, making sure that I let dry in between coats. Once happy with the red tone wash, we apply a dark tone wash on the skulls. Similar to the red tone wash, I applied the dark tone wash in 2 thin coats. So this experiment was really quick, but Again, I must admit that the fat highlights are kinda hideous. But I think they're better than just plain base colors. The fat highlights will make the miniature pop on the table more, and of course because of the speed paints and the washes, we created more contrast. If you are finding value in this video, do give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Now the second attempt was quicker because I know how to maximize or utilize the white marker. This time we're using like synthetic brushes for the other highlights. At this point we know that the white marker is so good for edge highlighting. It's almost impossible to create fat highlights with the marker if you just use it to paint the edge highlights. Of course, you don't need to thin down paint for the edge highlights, and the flow of the paint of this monotone marker is very good. With the second attempt, I know that no matter how much I try, I cannot produce fine highlights with the marker. So after painting the obvious edges with the marker, I had to switch to a brush. So after painting with the white marker, I switched to a synthetic brush from the Army Painter. The synthetic brush has a good point because it's new, but it doesn't load paint as well as a Kolinsky detail brush. And of course, highlighting with the white marker was super fast, but highlighting with the detail brush is a bit slower. But the combination of edge highlighting with the white marker and of course, highlighting the surfaces and adding textures with the brush yielded me a better result. Once happy with the white highlights, we then proceed to adding colors with speed paint markers and washes similar to our first attempt. What makes this method so much faster is that we're just using white paint or even white marker to paint the highlights. Normally, you paint with a darker base color, which sometimes I call foundation color, and then a normal base color, and then you layer up towards the highlights. For example, you paint with dark green, and then yellow-green, and then highlight with ice yellow, and final very small areas of white highlights. Then after doing the layering towards the highlights, you then do glazes and washes to smoothen down the layering. But that method is stupid if you're just painting zombies. So I think this method of highlighting with white paint is better than just painting base colors and then washes. Usually you end up with a very dark miniature that doesn't pop on the table. With this one, you'll have a miniature that will definitely pop. At this point, I'm pretty happy with this experiment. Now the last attempt was with the same white marker but this time with a proper Kolinsky brush. Similar to the previous attempt, I just used the white marker for the edge highlights. Once in a while, I attempt to produce fine highlights with the marker, but I'm not really that concerned because I can complement it with finer highlights with the brush later. At this point, I know I'm in love. I'll be using this white marker a ton, especially for edge highlighting. Oh, I did not show it in this edit, but I also have a black marker and I use it to paint the rim of the miniatures. It's much more easier than painting with paint, and it dries to a nice even finish and it has a matte finish. Once happy with the highlighting with the white marker, I added more texturing and highlighting or fine highlights with the Kolinsky brush. Kolinsky brushes loads more paint than synthetic brushes and it keeps the point really nice, so highlighting with the Kolinsky brush is so much faster. As you can see in the video, since I use a Kolinsky brush, I added more fine detailing or highlighting and of course added more texture to the miniatures. Usually I do this with pre-highlight colors like light greens or even ice yellow or ivory, but this one we just use white paint. I think whenever I say highlight aggressively in my future painting videos, I could refer to this video. Of course, if I'm trying to paint with a higher standard painting, I'll still use pre-highlight colors or lighter colors before moving towards white. If I have no plans of painting with speed paints or glazing down with speed paint markers, I wouldn't paint this much white highlights. But you could see in this video, or you saw in the previous clips, that it doesn't really matter how much highlights you paint as long as you plan to tone it down with glazes and washes later. This method is fast, really fun, and it will make sure that your miniatures will pop on the gaming table. Now, before my final thoughts, a huge thanks to all my patrons at Patreon, Hajime Model Studio, and of course, The Army Painter for making this video possible. Now, since you're still here, I'll give you more painting tips for army painting or batch painting. As you can see in the video, white highlights with the marker and the brush gave us very nice highlighting before we tone it down with speed paint markers, and washes. If you're using speed paints and you don't want to cover your white highlights too much, you may simply thin down your speed paints with speed paint medium. Now for our first tip. Now if you painted the base color already and painted white highlights or bright highlights on the miniature, you can easily tone this down, Caucasian skin, with magenta tone wash, red tone wash, or even dark red tone wash. Brown colored washes are fine for skin, but the magenta tone wash is perfect for female and the skin will pop even more. I just applied the magenta wash in a single coat and let it dry. Now for the Caucasian males, you could use red tone wash or even dark red tone wash. Similar to the magenta tone wash, the red tone washes will keep your skin saturated, unlike brown washes. This only works if you painted a nice base color already and you painted some really bright highlights. These washes are perfect for Caucasian skin as it will give that nice saturated pinkish white tone. Now for our second tip, the red tone wash and the dark red tone wash are also perfect over greens and even blues. Since reds is the complementary color of greens, it will give a richer shade color than using dark tones like blacks and even browns. You could see in the video that we're creating more contrast with the red tone wash over the greens and even over the tans, but it doesn't desaturate the actual colors. So these washes, the red tone washes, will give you a more vibrant finish that will again pop more on the gaming table. The last tip is simply using the white marker as underpainting for blood effects paints. You could use speed paint or true blood over the white marker for your blood effects. Painting with the speed paint marker over white underpainting is so much faster and of course fun. Apply this in a couple of thin coats, the first coat all over the area and then the second coat just on the crevices. The problem with painting speed paints for your blood effects is that it dries to a matte finish. So you may want to apply gloss varnish on top. You always want white underpainting for your FX paints because FX paints are generally translucent. This also applies for fluorescent paints and of course other FX paints. You can see in the video I apply blood effects True Blood really thickly and let it air dry. The thick application gives me a really bloody finish. Once the True Blood dries, I still apply a thin coat of gloss varnish. Although our first attempt was hideous, it was ugly because of the fat highlights. But the combination of white marker and of course brushes, highlights with brushes, was pretty good. Looking at the results right now, I think this is a finer version of our double slop chop and even our double sponge chop. Unlike the rough texture of double slop chop, and if you want finer texture with the dry brush, of course, that will make the dry brushing more time consuming, so it's not really worth it for me. In comparison to double sponge chop, this highlighting method is a little bit more refined, defined, and more controlled. This is a little bit more time consuming, I think, than both our older chop methods. But I think we could combine sponge highlighting and then painting with edge highlights with a white marker and a little bit more textures with a brush, and then paint with speed paints and washes, and will yield like a similar or maybe even a better result. I think I'll try this method on a Blood Angel Space Marine painting which won the poll a couple of months back. That's it, Pansit. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Until next video, guys. Bye! If you like this video, you might want to check out these other videos.